classic Resident Evil games are back from the dead on PC. These new releases of the Resident Evil games feature several welcome upgrades. The last couple of years have seen several remakes of Resident Evil games, but for anyone looking to experience the franchise in its original low polygon glory, the classic games are making a comeback as part of a joint effort between Capcom and GOG. Now accessible through GOG, the first Resident Evil is available to purchase and will be followed by Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 Nemesis soon. A bundle with all three that saves you 17% overall is available to purchase for $25. Like other GOG releases, these are all DRM-free versions of the survival horror games, and they've been upgraded with quality of life improvements and enhanced compatibility for modern PCs. GOG says this version of Resident Evil is the uncut edition and contains even more blood, graphic violence, and gory scenes than the PlayStation original. Speaking to Susie Super Hunter, GOG detailed some of the challenges in resurrecting the classic Resident Evil games. Technical issues and bugs had to be addressed so that Capcom's high standards could be met, and by the time the QA process had been completed, GOG had submitted dozens of builds for approval. Some of the enhancements for the games include improved DirectX rendering, new rendering options, and full support for modern controllers. Other changes are focused on improved timing and cutscenes, better save game managers, and the option to switch between different localizations of the games. Reports of a Resident Evil re-release picked up steam last week when age rating for the game was spotted online, making this GOG version the first time Resident Evil had been available on PC digitally. Meanwhile, Resident Evil 0 is reportedly one or two more remakes in development, and rumors about the still unannounced Resident Evil 9 claim that it could be an open world game. So let's go to comments. Said Teen Grit goes, "Oh man, the original Resident Evil on PC was weird. It could only properly work in Windows 95. It worked on Windows 98 too, but the executable was inside the CD. And RE2 pre-rendered cutscenes were so broken, even with the coded installed worked as far as 98 and could run from the CD with almost no installation. Resident Evil 3 worked more traditionally. It was ported by Eidos." Willhouse 4 goes, "When they say support for modern controllers, would that include updating the task movement controls? I'd like to revisit the first Resident Evil, but I'm not sure I can get around the controls, which are present in the PC version of the Nintendo re-release." And Cyrez Eraser goes, "Yeah, the controls need to feel a lot better, and then I would pick this up." So how about you? Would you play the Resident Evil, the three original Resident Evil games on PC?
Yeah, why not? I mean, hell, even back in as early as the 2000s, there was PC ports that ripped or been pirated on some websites. People could download it and play it with no problem. Almost not no problem, but yeah, they work a way around it. They'll give a patch or something to fix the matter. Because I went to a certain website right back like 2004, first year I've been on having access in my own home with my access to the full access to the computer at home via the internet. So during the time, this website showed like Resident Evil 2 and 3 and many other cool games as well, like Duke Nukem and all. But the problem though is that it was like one of these incomplete messes that was fucking displayed on their website. It didn't work as well. It'll play the soundtrack or the welcome screen of these games, but it will just be freezing or just be like this fall out to say black screen all. So it's kind of like it was just some messed up version of itself. So that was back then, of course. Now, with Steam and all, hopefully they can make a workaround with it, make sure that it works well in today's world of gaming. Obviously, take controls got to be like leave it as is. You want to have the proper Resident Evil experience of the first three. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of the Resident Evil games, especially 1 and 3. I wish I could still play Resident Evil on my Xbox One, but from Games with Gold, it's the Xbox One version, so I can't play it, unfortunately. And I think Resident Evil Code Veronica is also being remade, along with Resident Evil 0, so that will be in the future. But like I said, Resident Evil, I'm more of a console guy, especially since all I have is a laptop. These games probably could run on my laptop just fine, but I would be sticking to the console games. Just that's what I know best. But yeah, this sounds awesome because the Resident Evil games, you know, nothing beats the original trilogy in my opinion. You can say
Yeah,
whatever you want about 4, 5, or 6. 1, 2, 3 is awesome.
very awesome. I have all of the games too. Resident 1, 2, and 3 on both. Well, Resident 1 I have on the PlayStation 1. Resident 2 I have on N64, and Resident 3 I also have on the PS1 as well. So I have my collection of those first three. So
Right. Yeah, I'll probably be picking up a copy of even the PlayStation 1, uh, depending how cheap each one is. But um, yeah. So I mean, yeah. So Resident Evil 1, 2, 3 being available to play, that's awesome. Uh, 3 maybe not so much, but that's only because I've beaten it so many times.
right.
I beat the PlayStation version over and over and over again. So
Yeah.
uh, you know, but then again, it's also been years since I played it, so I might, uh, I probably would play it again just for the heck of it, at least, and do it like a online stream of me playing through it. Um, but yeah, so I mean, but the fact that that the controls are going to be changed and like quality of life improvements, as they said, so the games can actually run, because they only worked in Windows 95. Uh, this sounds awesome.
Oh yeah.